Hello, beautiful people. How are you? So, today I want to talk to you guys a bit about asking. I know I've talked about it before and I will continue to talk about it. I'm going to talk about asking and how we don't ask for what we want. So, here's the thing I want you to ask yourself, what is it that keeps you from asking for what you want? What is it that keeps you from asking for what you want? And we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Well, I have a little two-parter. So let me just start there. Let me not digress. Okay. So what is it that stops you for asking for what you want? And I'll start first. I never mind starting first. For me, I tell you, asking for support has been one of my biggest, I want to say, stretch goals. And a lot of times I think it's because I relate to myself as like, hey, yes, I'm the person who can help you. I'm the person who can support you. I'm the person who can give to you. Like, I love supporting people. Can you tell? Love doing that. And my coach reminds me of that all the time. But she reminds me also that it's very important that I not only keep doing this, but I start to learn and start to practice doing this and actually learn to receive support. So I've been working a lot on receiving support, but a big part of that is also being able to ask. So what is it that stops you from asking for what you want? You guys go ahead and tell me, but I'll share a few things that I've heard from clients and I've heard from colleagues and friends and family members. So one of the things I hear a lot is that sometimes people relate to asking as a weakness. Like, I shouldn't need to ask for that. I should have all my stuff, all my ducks in a row. I should be like totally on top of things. I shouldn't have to ask. And here's the thing, you can still have all your ducks in a row. You can still be the queen or king of having everything working out for you. But at the same time, there's still room for you to actually ask. Is there still value in actually getting supported? What is it for you? What stops you from asking? And like I said, I've heard that people say that they shouldn't ask because they should have everything all together, so they shouldn't need to ask for anything. What is it that stops us from asking? We have not because we ask not. So I just gave one example is for me, it's like I'm always like, okay, I should be pouring out, pouring out, pouring out. Well, at the same time, as like I said, as my coach reminds me of constantly, I also need to benefit from asking for support as well. Because honestly, you know what? What I discovered is that a lot of people actually like when you ask them for support. A lot of people want to be needed and want to know that they can actually support you and help you. So I know for my husband, sometimes when I ask him for support, sometimes he's like, what? I mean, he's shocked because I'm usually like doing stuff, taking care of stuff on my own. But I am learning, certainly at home, to ask for more support. So, what is it for you? What is it for you? Like I said, I've also heard that it's people relate to it as a weakness, and it's not a weakness. It doesn't mean anything about you. It means nothing about you except that you're open to receiving. That's all it means to you. So if that's you out there, if you actually have um, challenges around asking for support because you're relating to it as it's a weakness in you, I want you to practice shifting that mindset, and I can support you around that. See, look, I'm giving you some support already. I can certainly support you around that, as can my coaching colleagues as well. Shifting the mindset from like, oh my gosh, this is such a weakness. Can you imagine shifting that mindset to this is what we were supposed to do? There's some communities around the world where supporting each other, asking for support is just normal. It's just a normal thing. I'll tell you, in my husband's culture, Jamaica, and I am making a generalization, so Jamaicans don't beat me up here. But in his culture, it is just understood that if a member of the family moves to another country, certainly to America, and they have a better life, that it's understood that they are going to support the family back home. It's just understood that. It's just understood that way. Here's the thing. I think it's really important as we start to practice asking for support that we make sure that we spend some time thinking about who that village of support is going to be. Like who actually should be in our village of support, because it may not mean that everybody is in that tribe, right? Not everyone should be in that village of in terms of the people that you actually reach out to ask for support. So that's the first part. Make sure you're actually, building your community of support with supportive people. So the pool of people that you go to ask for what you want or ask for what you need, make sure that they're positive people. Now, if Aunt Mabel is a negative Nelly, and every time you've gone to her, she's been negative, why would you keep going back to Aunt Mabel? Don't go to Aunt Mabel. Go to someone else. Go to Aunt Clara, who's positive and uplifting. And the second thing I'll say, and look, and all the Mabels out there in the world, please don't beat me up. I always use Aunt Mabel. I don't know why. I don't even have an Aunt Mabel. I just like the name. So the other thing I will say about that is also be open. So once you have your good village of support, supportive people that are not just going to be negative, also be open to hearing the truth also, right? Sometimes when we ask for something, we brace ourselves because we think we're going to get a negative comment. And sometimes we brace ourselves because we don't want to hear that negative comment. But the thing is, if you have a village of support, a village of a tribe of people that you can really, really count on to be real with you, then if they say something to you that you may not like to hear, but that is valuable for you, that's beneficial for you, it may not come out rosy or pretty or anything like that. But if you trust them, if you can actually trust them, if they're that type of village of support, then I want you to be open to actually receiving the feedback that they're giving you. So sometimes it's not negative comments. It may not be that they're being negative. They may just have some really good input or feedback for you. And I love that saying, you don't get what you don't ask for, right? I am learning that so much. I will tell you, I have a bit of a testimony, and I'll share it more as it starts to unfold. But I had a business owner agree to financially invest in me, my company. Can you believe that? Just, hey, Sophia, I want to support you. And the thing is, I believe that the reason that gift came, and it actually came today, the reason that gift came is because I am practicing not only asking, but I'm practicing receiving also. So that's the flip side of stretching that muscle around asking for what you want. Is the flip side of that is you just might get it. You just might get it. So what else stops you? What stops you from asking for the support that you need, whatever it is? Asking for a loaf of bread, asking for $1,000, asking for someone to invest in your business, asking for someone to pray for you, asking for someone. Today, I asked a very good friend. I was like, you know what? Well, actually, last night. No, I'm sorry, today and last night. But last night, I actually talked to her. Today, I'll talk to another friend. But last night, I asked a friend, I said, hey, I just want to get on the phone with you as I'm headed home. And I just want to have a good, positive conversation. I just wanted that. Just wanted a good conversation. And of course, she's somebody in my tribe who I love and trust. And she supported me in that way in having just a good conversation. So what is it that you are holding back on? You're actually holding back on asking. If you don't ask, you will never ever know. And here's the thing. I feel like a lot of times we put all this heaviness, this drama around asking. I know I have. I really have. I really have. I'm like, and sometimes I'll be like, I'm not asking him for anything. I'm not asking her for anything. Don't be like that. You're only limiting yourself. And so instead of putting all this drama around it, let's practice this. Take away the drama, keep it really simple, and start to make and start to relate to asking. It's just normal. It's just normal. And sometimes you may have to practice, right? You may have to practice because it may feel very uncomfortable. Now, especially for you folks out there who have businesses, I want to talk to you for just a few seconds. You folks that have businesses out there, I know. I see y'all. I see y'all. Y'all ain't asking. You ain't asking. Okay? I know you're not asking. Like you coaches out there, you therapists out there, you business owners, you folks who have stores, you folks who are selling products. Now, I know I see you guys ask an email. You'll send an email out, or you may post something here and there. But if you were actually being very, very trusting of the one, if you actually trusted the one that he's going to give you the desires of your heart, if you trusted that there are billions upon billions of people out on this planet, on this earth, that are willing to support you, or if you actually trusted that you could not fail, if you trusted that he has your back, what would you ask then? How would you ask then? Isn't that a different level of asking? It's totally different, isn't it? It's totally different. Totally different. Asking from that place, a place of like, he's got you, right? And if one door closes and slams in your face and the person says, no, girl, what were you thinking? Boy, I ain't buying your coffee. I'm not doing it. Gregory, I see you. Okay. So if that door closes in your face, if another door closes in your face and another, it doesn't matter because there's 7.3 billion people on the face of the earth. So those are three people that close the door in your face. Well, guess what? You got billions more who won't, who actually say, okay, tell me more. Okay. So that's the one thing I want to share with you. The other part is that, and like I said before, it's like it is a matter of practicing. For me, I'm learning to practice asking for support. Hey, Monique. And like I said, it's not just the onesie twosies, like, we'll send out a little Facebook request or we'll send out maybe one email. No. And I tell people, look, if you want something from me, you better inundate me. Inundate me. And it's not like I'm like purposely like just ignoring you. It's because I, like other business owners, get a lot of emails, lots of emails, and maybe lots of requests. But my thing is, I always say to the folks in my coaching groups, they are coaches, the coaches in my coaching group, that you need to be, well, I can't remember who told me this. It was maybe one of our program leaders. I don't remember. And so I'm sorry if I don't remember if this is yours, but where I learned this from. I know it was one of the coaches, program leaders, Denisha Mata, I think it was. I'm going to give her credit if it wasn't her. But she said, you have to be like the Chihuahua dog on the ankle. Think about a little Chihuahua dog, right? A little Chihuahua dog being just nipping at your ankle. They are not going to stop until you give them some type of attention. And my thing is, don't be annoying. I'm not suggesting you be annoying to your potential clients or the people that you want to ask for support, or if you're going to agencies to ask for support. But I'm saying to be relentless with your asking. Be relentless with your asking. That's what I'm suggesting that you do. Be relentless with your asking. Ask not, you have not. So your challenge for today, I love to give you guys a challenge. The challenge for today is I want you to tell me. See, I don't want you hiding. You don't even have to tell me in the chat box, but I want you can send me a private inbox message, and I want you to tell me today, what is it that you are going to ask for with boldness, with trust, actually believing that you're going to receive it? What is it? Like I just said, this multimillionaire, multi-million dollar company, right, are are asking me like, what is it that you need? How can we pour into you? How can we invest in you? It just comes from a simple ask. Just a simple ask. A no most times just means not now. Not now. It just means they got some objections. You may have to stay in the conversation with them a little longer. And guess what? If it's a no, it's a no. Remember how many people are on the earth? 7.3 billion. And let's take the little kids out of that number. You probably still got about 5 billion. Okay. So let's just stop relating to a no as like so heavy. Someone says, you say, hey, would you like to buy my box of Girl Scout cookies? No. Okay, thanks so much. Is it okay if I check in with you in about 2 weeks and see if you're willing to buy or you're open to buying some cookies then, or if you want some then? It'll be holiday time. Okay, sure. You can check back in with me. See, it's just simple. It doesn't have to be so dramatic. Not at all. All right, go out there, go do some asking. Okay, we're closing out 2016 powerfully, powerfully, powerfully. We are not waiting till January 1st. We're closing this year out, this one right here. Hello? Some people stood up billion-dollar companies in less amount of time because I am so committed. I'm so committed to you, so committed to me having the most powerful closeout of this year we possibly can, an empowered closeout, so that we can have an empowered new year. All right, please be good to each other. I'm about to go ask for some more support. What? Exercising that support muscle. Yes, I am. All right, so please, please, please be good to each other. And most importantly, please be good to yourselves. God bless.